What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. First time in a long time, man. I haven't even checked. It's been at least, I would say, at least 2 months, man. Maybe more. But like I said, that comes with the territory, bro. And my current employment, just has me working all the time, man. I'm pulling 16-hour shifts. On certain days, other days it's just 8.5 hours. Job's going great, man. Family's doing really good, bro. God has been amazing. This career has provided me with you know the best money I've ever made, and also has just provided the means for me to do so much more for my family, and sure we have the best kind of life I can give them, man. So it's been awesome. But man, in the time I've been away, been a lot of stuff happening in the gaming sphere, bro. I'm not gonna talk too much about news as far as what's been going on in the gaming world, but more about what I've been getting into in the time that I've been gone. I know that there's I don't know if I think it's all but confirmed that a PlayStation is coming with like a PlayStation 5 Pro, basically, and Xbox. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but I think Xbox is just focusing on the next console. And they talked about it being the biggest leap in technological power ever. That's gonna be crazy. I don't know what that entails because the Series X is the strongest console on the market right now, and it's ridiculous. Graphically and processing power, things of that nature. Nintendo, we all know, has basically just we're supposed to come with the Switch 2 this year, as many people, including myself, predicted. But has internally made the decision as of late, probably early in this year, probably around like February, around there, was when I started hearing news about it, that they had made the decision to postpone it until first quarter of 2025. That can mean a myriad of things. I don't think, like I said in my previous video, I don't think they're in any kind of trouble. I just think they realized they're not gonna have the lineup of software that they want to launch the system with ready. Them or maybe even third party games that they're gonna have a debut on the console at launch aren't really ready. So they're probably just holding back a couple more months, just to make sure things are ready. So when they launch, they have that killer lineup, and they have their share, as far as Nintendo goes, of their blockbusters. Their big time IPs ready to go on day one. Be it a Zelda, be it a Mario. Uh, I am of the strong belief that Metroid Prime 4 is going to launch on that system. I really do. I think it's going to be at launch day. Metroid Prime 4 is going to be available for Switch 2. Whether it's specifically for Switch 2 or it's cross generational and they also release it for the Switch, I believe Metroid Prime 4 is coming to Switch 2. That's what I believe. Launch, so we'll see. And I don't say that because, Metroid's any kind of a system seller. It really isn't. But I just think it just makes sense. It makes sense because the game has been in such a development hell. We've heard nothing about it since the confirmation that development had restarted back in 2019. I mean, we're going into 2025 when we're talking about the Switch 2 coming out, and we haven't heard anything. We may hear stuff later this year. We'll see. But I'm a firm believer that it's coming on the Switch 2. I mean, I think that's going to be a launch day title along with, whatever other big time Nintendo IP Nintendo chooses to drop, whether it's a Mario Kart X or whether it's a Mario Odyssey 2 or, the sequel to Mario Odyssey or whatever that's going to be. But yeah, man, as far as me, myself, gaming wise, bro, I've been going crazy, man. I mean, like I said, I've been working a lot, and my schedule just recently got changed. Recently, I'm talking about this past week. So now my days off are different days than they were before. Not crazy. It used to be Sundays and Mondays. Now it's Mondays and Tuesdays. That sucks because I was very comfortable with Sunday and Monday because I would get out of work on Saturday at 8:30 in the morning and then have all of Saturday, have all of Sunday, and then have all of Monday until midnight when it becomes Tuesday that I got to go in. So now I get off at work on Sunday at 8:30 in the morning and I have all Sunday, all Monday, and then all Tuesday until I go in at midnight, becoming Wednesday. But I just liked it better because it was more like a weekend, having, pretty much all of Saturday and then all of Sunday. Now I don't have Saturday at all. I mean, I might get off at 8:30 in the morning on Saturday, or I might get kept and work a 16 and get out at 4:30 in the afternoon Saturday. So, no, it is what it is. It comes with the job. But yeah, I've been working a lot. So, when I do find time to game, I've been venturing into a couple of different things. I mean, since we last chopped it up, I did finally complete that mission and finally got Splatoon 3. Love it. Best Splatoon ever. Haven't played as much of it as I thought I would because I just kind of got, I guess, I mean, it's not that it's not different from Splatoon 2. It is, but it's so much of the same, which is not a bad thing. I mean, Splatoon is just a winning formula. So from Splatoon 1 to 2 to 3, There's not going to be huge changes. But it's just, I guess I kind of got, just like, I mean, I guess the differences, though they were cool, weren't like mind shattering. So it was like, oh, this is cool, whatever. And then I kind of just moved on. Having gone back to it since, it's been about maybe about 3 weeks or so since I played it. But I know I'm gonna go back because I did enjoy my time with it, and I have yet to see all the different maps. Because you know how Splatoon is, on rotation every 4 hours or so, it's the same two maps, and then they'll switch it. So I've only seen like three or four of the maps that are in the game. So I'm very anxious to see what they are. But graphically, it's the nicest looking Splatoon. The weapon variety is awesome. The special moves, all that. The customization to your Inkling is top notch, more than it's ever been, deeper than it's ever been. So great game, and I'm glad I finally got it. Also, what else have I been gaming on? Xbox hasn't really been doing much. To be honest with you, Game Pass is there, and there have been a really good number of like badass games coming to Xbox here and there. But that I can think off the top of my head, nothing day one as far as new games. But like Resident Evil 2 remake just came out on Game Pass a couple weeks ago. Picked that up, started playing through it. Pretty dope, man. I've never been a huge Resident Evil fan, especially like the old Resident Evils. The best I ever saw were the remakes on the GameCube, and this is like a step up from that. This is like a new remake. But I was never a big fan of the games themselves. Like Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 didn't really do it for me. So I'm playing through that here and there sparsely, but very high quality remake. Kudos to Capcom for that. Other games have come to Game Pass. Also, I've been dabbling with, but nothing earth shattering. PlayStation still doesn't have anything that will compel me to go out and buy a PS5. Thankfully, I make by God's grace, man. Again, I will always give that disclaimer because it's never, when I talk about the blessings that I'm experiencing or the good things in my life, I never want to come off like they come because I deserve them or because I did them. No, it's all because of God. It's all because of God, and I'm just fortunate enough that I follow Him and He provides for me and my family. But because of Him, I'm making some really good money right now. I could drop 500 on a PlayStation 5 right now if I wanted to, and it's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna affect me financially whatsoever. I mean, that's crazy. I never thought I'd be able to say that a year ago. But I mean, that's the truth. But there's nothing there that I want, so I'm just like, there's no reason. And again, you know how I feel. PlayStation is my least favorite of the big three, but I'm not a hater. If there's something good on it, you've seen it. I have a PlayStation 3 with an extensive library. I have a PS4 with a really deep library. When they have something good, I'm gonna give them my money because I'm a gamer. First and foremost, doesn't matter what piece of plastic I'm playing on. There's ones that I prefer, but but they just don't have anything. They don't have anything that compels me. Spider-Man 2 is probably the Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is probably the one thing they have that I'm like, and I'm not even like fiending for it because I'm more of a DC guy anyways. So it's like, if you had a new Batman Arkham game or something like that, and that was exclusive to PlayStation, I'd be like, okay, that's big for me. But everything that they have that I want is really multi-plat. So like Mortal Kombat 1, I have it on my Series X. Things like that. So NBA 2K24, have it on my Series X. So I mean, there's nothing there. I mean, for me personally, I'm not trying to talk shit about them. But yeah, man. So also, I finally caved. Not caved. I kind of forgot about this game simply because I wasn't into wrestling as the way I used to back in the day. Now, as of the last week or so, straight up like the last week, man, the last like 6 or 7 days, I just got hardcore back into wrestling, bro, because I loved what they did at WrestleMania. I love the direction that Triple H is taking WWE. I've said it from day one. The guy, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. Fuck what you think about. Oh, he married the boss's daughter. Dude was a bad motherfucker with or without Stephanie. He was gonna be a champ. He was gonna be a legend no matter what. But now that he's the CCO or COO or whatever he is, and he's like the head of creative, he's taking the WWE into a very different direction. Very fresh, very intriguing. Really got my attention, bro. So I'm digging their programming. I watched SmackDown this past Friday. Today's Monday, and it's my Saturday. Really, it's my first day off. I got off yesterday at 8:30 in the morning. Had all of yesterday. Now I have all of today and tomorrow. So I'm gonna be able to watch Raw without interruption. Before, with my old schedule, I could watch Raw, and then I literally had to like dip as Raw was ending to get to work. So now I'm gonna enjoy that tonight. I love what they're doing with WWE. And like I said, I don't play favorites, man. Yeah, I have my personal favorites in everything, like any other person does. But I'm not gonna put them ahead of something else just because they're my favorite. They have to merit it. So like back in the day, WCW, which was always my all time favorite, they were kicking the snot out of WWE. It's not even a debate. I mean, literally for 2 years straight, they were just destroying them in the ratings. But they had better content, they had better storylines, they had better roster, better stars, and all that. So you know, it is what it is. Right now, WWE is doing some really good stuff, man. So I got into it there. I jumped back into AEW. A couple of my friends, my homeboy Jason, also told me, like their quality has like it's dropped. Call me crazy, bro. Maybe because I haven't watched AEW in a long time, but I'm watching it now. I'm enjoying the shit out of what they're doing, bro. AEW's match quality, second to none. Like I watched the match the other day with Okada and Eddie Kingston for the Continental title. That was a hell of a match. And Okada, that match, he won me over. I didn't even know who that was. He's one of my favorites after watching that match. Savage. Another match, Adam Copeland, Edge versus Penta Zero M. Awesome match, bro. Like, so their match quality, like, their storylines may need work. I don't know. I haven't been watching them again enough to get into the storylines all that deep. Maybe their storyline needs tweaking. Maybe their creative needs help. But their match quality it's just like it was back in TNA when TNA was at their top, at their prime. It's nonstop. It's awesome. So I'm enjoying what wrestling is today, right now. So because of that, it got the juices flowing, and I'm like, man, I want to play No Mercy. I want to play WCW NWO Revenge. I got 2K23, WWE 2K23 there. I still haven't gotten 24. I will, but just haven't felt the need to get it just yet. Plus, those games usually like drop in price, so we'll wait. But I forgot all about AEW Fight Forever. I was like, man, I was waiting for that game because of the fact that THQ made it, and it's a callback to the Revenge, No Mercy wrestling style. Very arcadey. I love that shit. So I was like, bro, I can't wait for this. And then I just forgot because I hadn't been watching wrestling. So since I started watching wrestling again, I was like, man, I really want it. You know what? Let me see what the price is. Price hadn't gone down. It was still at $60. As far as the Switch version, I didn't really look into the other versions because I was like, man, a game like this, I kind of want portable. So I want to be able to take that wrestling action with me wherever I go. If I'm going somewhere and I'm going to take my Switch, I want to have that game with me. So I caved. I got home off of work one day. It was 8:30 in the morning. Got home almost probably like 9. Got in here, dropped 60. Boom. Started downloading it. I'm gonna say this, bro, because my boy Steve didn't really like Mercury. Didn't really like AEW Fight Forever. From what he told me, from what I gathered from his comments on it. My dog Jason thought it was alright. He thought it was dope. I'm gonna say this: for a first attempt at a wrestling game for a new company like AEW, it's pretty damn good. I mean, again, for a first attempt. Yeah, I mean, it's first attempt. So it's going to be bare bones as far as the match options and variety. And it is. You have your one-on-one, your two-on-two, three-way match. I don't even think you have a 3-on-3. I don't think you have a 6-man tag option. I got to double check that. But you got your 3-way match, your 4-way match, your casino battle royale, your explosive barbed wire match. Where the fuck did that come from? It's crazy. And that's about it. I mean, I think there's another match. A ladder match. There's a ladder match option. I think that's about it. There's only like 5 or 6 arenas because AEW doesn't really have a lot of different. They're not WCW or WWE that has I mean, they are in the sense that like I'm sure they have a pay-per-view every month, but they haven't been around long enough to have like iconic sets like the Bash at the Beach set from '96. We know what's up. WrestleMania 2007. Also, you only had like 4 or 5 arenas there. Again, this is the base game. I know there's DLC, which I am gonna invest in. I just didn't feel like buying it that day because I was like, I just want to get into the game. But it's decent, man. Graphically, again, I got it on the Switch, so graphically, I'm sure it looks even better on Series X, as everything does, or PS5. But it's decent graphically. I didn't have a really big problem for the graphics on the Switch. The gameplay on the Switch, pretty damn good. There's only issue I have with it is that how can I explain? Like, there seems to be during gameplay there seems to be like a little like a lost frame or a frame drop every now and then. Let's say you're having a match and the match is like 15 minutes long, just spitballing. In that 15 minutes, maybe anywhere from 2 to 4 times throughout that match, the action will be going smooth, whatever, and then there'll be like a frame drop where it's like there's like a twitch, or like a quick like microsecond slowdown, and then it like catches up, which is unfortunate. Hopefully they patch it, but it doesn't really break the gameplay, especially since this game's action is very arcadey. So Yeah, I enjoyed the roster's dope. Sting, that's my dude. Just recently retired. We are gonna miss Sting. I already miss him. Darby Allin's there. Kenny Omega. Penta Zero M is there. Luchasaurus is there. Adam Copeland's there. Hangman Adam Page is there. Like all of them are there. Uh, what else can I say about it, man? Uh, so yeah, like the in-ring action is dope. It is very no mercy. Like I fucking love it because that control scheme is the best in wrestling. I don't care about the advancements that they made in 2K games of late, and I love them. You know, I love 2K23, 2K24. I'm hearing is the shit, so I will definitely be buying it. But that control scheme didn't need to be changed. If anything, add stuff to it, but keep that core control scheme where it's your attack button. It's you tap it, it's a light strike. You hold it, it's a like a haymaker or something, or a light kick or a drop kick. Your grapple, tap it, it's a soft grapple. You do soft moves, snapmares, arm drags, things like that. Hard grapple, boom, we're talking about suplexes, pile drivers, things like that. I love it, love it. Running at the opponent, you can press the attack button for a hit, or running at them, you can press the grapple button for like a grab move, like a falling DDT or a tornado DDT or whatever. Love that. That control scheme never needed to go anywhere, so I'm glad to see it back. It was very simple, very quick for me to get on board and be able to have some good matches and enjoy it. The story mode. Okay, so the story mode is a mixed bag. Like that's one of the things that I know my dog Mercury did not like. I fucking enjoyed the story mode. I'm not gonna lie. I found it refreshing. I found it comical. I found it. It has like little elements that I haven't seen in wrestling game storylines. Maybe because again, remember I don't play a lot of wrestling games, not since back in the day. So maybe they've had it in some of the more recent 2Ks. I don't know. But it's called Road to Elite, and it's basically you can pick any wrestler. I believe you can also pick one of your created wrestlers, but I haven't even created a wrestler. I don't care about that. I wanted to play a Sting. Like I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to just get Sting and just go on career mode, and I let you do that. And it's a year in AEW from your debut going to four of the major pay per views throughout the year, like Double or Nothing. I think is the final one. I want to say Big Business or one other it's like three or four pay per views throughout the year, and then you end it at Double or Nothing in Vegas. Along the way, you have a chance to win the tag team titles. You culminate by winning the AEW championship. But what I liked about it was that it had little things that little throwaway things, but they broke up the gameplay and they diversified it in a way that I was like, okay, this is kind of fresh, it's kind of cool. Like so, for example, like from week to week, depending on what happened in your match or how your match went, you've lost energy. You may have gotten injured. So if you got injured, you need to go to the hospital and get treatment. So you actually see it's again, it's nothing major, but it's like, okay, go to the hospital. You go and you pick either treatment or special treatment or whatever, depending on how bad your injury is. And then you go there and you'll see your wrestler, in the waiting room or coming out of the hospital, like, yo, I'm ready to go. I'm good. Thank God. And it's like, just the different scenery and stuff, I guess is what I'm getting at. That I was like, okay, this is refreshing. Now I picked Sting. Sting goes everywhere with his face paint. It's hilarious. He goes everywhere with his face paint. You go to the hospital if you need to. You go whatever city you're in. You can go sightseeing. You can be on a talk show, or you can go do a press conference. You can go dining, which you need. You need to go out and eat because you need to recover from your match. Your strength and all that. You go do workouts. Depending on how tired, how low your energy is, you may get injured working out. So you need to kind of plot how you're gonna do it. I like that. I was like, okay, this is cool. This is again nothing major, and the whole storybook can do without it if you're honest. It's just filler, but it was fun filler. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you'll go and when you go sightseeing and stuff, you'll be like if you're in New York, you're in front of the Statue of Liberty, whatever. You and another wrestler that just happens to tag along with you, and then every once in a while they'll take selfies. So you'll collect all these screenshots of your Sting and whoever or whatever wrestler you picked and another wrestler, all these selfies, boom, and it fills up your album. So there's a shitload that I haven't gotten. I did one run through the career with Sting. I'm gonna go with Darby Allin. I'm gonna go with all the wrestlers that I like and see what I can find there. Also, every city you go to, you get a new shirt from that city, so you can for your street clothes. So like when you're out sightseeing or you're going to the hospital or you're going to go work out or whatever, you'll be wearing whatever shirt you decided to put on your wrestler from whatever city. Nice little touch, nothing major, but I liked it. And then and like I said, the matches are dope because it's got that No Mercy style. Only difference between this and No Mercy is that instead of just having a strike button and that be it, you have a punch button and a kick button. But it's the same principle. You tap the punch button, It'd be like a slap or a chop or something quick. You hold the punch button, it's like a haymaker or a fucking spinning clothesline or whatever. Same thing with the kick, a front kick or whatever, little quick snap kick when you tap it. Hold it. It might be a fucking big boot or a drop kick or something. So I enjoyed it, man. I'm enjoying it for a first attempt at a wrestling game, and hopefully they do this annually or every couple of years. You know, every 2 or 3 years, a new AEW game. They can build on it, and there could be a competitor there in the video game space to WWE 2K, just like there's a competitor in AEW to WWE in real life. So I would enjoy that. I like that. I thought I was kind of upset that it was still $60, but to me it was $60 well spent because I enjoyed my time with it. I know I'm going to be going back to it. I know I'm going to check out the DLC. Um, there's also some crazy ass mini games in there and all that. So yeah, man, I thought it was refreshing, bro. I'll tell you this: it definitely kicks the shit out of TNA Impact when they had their video game, their first and only video game, which I thought they were gonna continue and make more. I don't know if AEW is going to continue, but I do know that they're constantly, well, not constantly, but they have been, since the game has released, adding content and DLC and stuff like that. I've heard the DLC is not that great, but at least it shows you that they're adding to it and they're wanting to like kind of continue it and grow something there. So hopefully they do. But yeah, man, I enjoyed my time with AEW Fight Forever. Definitely refreshing take on the wrestling genre, very arcadey, which I enjoy. Um, what else have I been gaming on, man? I've been getting to NBA 2K24, just doing like, fantasy like scenarios. So like I got the 90, I think the 96, no, one of the Bulls teams from the 90s, with Jordan, Pippen, all, and I took prime Kobe and prime Shaq and put them on that team. So you got Jordan, Pippen, Kobe, Shaq all on the same team. Then I went and I've been doing it for years. I've done it already. I've been like 4 years into it now. So I've won like 3 rings out of 4 because the only time we lost was Kobe got hurt in the playoffs. And I don't know why the hell Jordan couldn't carry us through. It was ridiculous, but whatever. But it's dope, man. And then from year to year, you sign different staff. Maybe you change your coach. You add additions to the team. Certain players, you don't renew their contract. They leave. So I brought in Damian Lillard. So my starting lineup is Damian Lillard, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Shaquille O'Neal. That's my starting lineup. Coming off the bench, I have Brandon Ingram. I have Aaron Gordon. It's nasty, dude. We've been just stomping the league, so that's been really fun. What else have I been gaming on? Xbox wise, Sea of Thieves is a constant. There was a little while that I actually even uninstalled it, just because I felt like I had my fill of it for a while, and I was out to go try all the different stuff. But eventually, I just reinstalled it. I got back into it now. I literally just finished playing now. I know season 12 or 11, I forgot what season we're in now. But the new season's coming up, and they're gonna add like a grappling hook and all that, which is just gonna make gameplay go crazy. So Sea of Thieves is phenomenal, man. Be very interested to see how it does on PlayStation now that it's one of the games that Xbox is going to allow to come on PlayStation consoles. That's going to explode the player pool, for online gaming. So I'd expect to see a lot more ships, in the game, which is positive and negative. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also, as far as Nintendo goes, aside from Splatoon 3 and AEW Fight Forever, I've been keeping track of like the little updates they do here and there to SNES Online and 64 Online, all that. Decent. We had that rush of rare games for the N64, like Blast Core. It was also Super Nintendo, Killer Instinct for Super Nintendo, and all that. I know they also got 1080 snowboarding on there. I think Harvest Moon 64 is on there now. So decent. But again, like that's the only reason I have that, and I have an active subscription to it is because of the online component. Because I have all those games and more on my laptop, right here on my laptop. So, I really want to go play, old school games. I'm not gonna play my modded SNES Mini or anything like that. I'm just gonna jump on my laptop and go at it. So there's that, man. I am looking into getting into modding one of my 2 Wii U's because I've heard from so many people, including my boy Jason, that it is the console to mod. That it's just phenomenal. So I'm getting into that, bro. I haven't had time to. He sent me the guide that I got to read over. I haven't really gotten a chance to look at it because, again, I've been working like a dog. But that's coming, man. I'm probably gonna mod the white one because my black one is my main console. So the white one, I'll just probably mod that one to have that up and running. Nothing else really, man. I mean, my son was here just this past a week ago or so. And it was a blessing to have him here, man. Beautiful part about it is his next trip down here, which is in the summer, is for good. He's gonna be living here with me for good, man. So that's awesome. I can't wait for that. But when he was here, we went to go see Godzilla versus or Godzilla Kong New Empire in 40x. First of all, the movie's awesome. For those of you who don't know, this movie is spectacular. And what I love about it is just the latest movie where the user reviews or the fan reviews are through the roof, and the critics are putting it like at a 50. Which is, I love when this happens. It's like Christmas to me. When the critics get to see firsthand in 2024, your opinion doesn't mean shit. You're nobody. No one cares what you think. We don't go to you for opinions on movies, games, or media anymore. It's 2024. With all the social media and YouTube and all this, just like this platform right here, we go to the people on the ground who this movie was made for, who actually went to go see it, and their opinion matters. Yours doesn't. I cannot wait till the day where critics, and again, I don't wish anybody losing their job, man. I know what that's like, but I'm just saying I can't wait till the day where critics no longer have a job. It doesn't exist. Professional critics. Like, no one fucking cares. It's been the same. You go through all the MonsterVerse movies. From the original Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, now this one. It's always the user, like the fan reviews from people who actually went to go see it, and are fans and non-professional critics, is in the 90s or the 80s. And then the critic, the professional critic, the Siskel and Ebert wannabes are like down in the 40s and 50s. And we just laugh at them and say, we don't fucking care. We have it up at 90 or 100 because this is who the movie was made for. It wasn't made for you punks. It was made for us fans. So yeah, bro, it was awesome. And also in 40X, that's the first time I've ever watched the movie 40X. Since my son was here, I wanted to get the biggest, experience, the best experience we could. So I got it. I'm going to tell you, it's an amazing movie to watch in 40X. But it is a horrible movie to watch in 40X when you're holding a bucket of popcorn on your lap. Because you're just getting jolted around and shit. I'm there like holding the bucket so I don't spill no popcorn. Bro, it was awesome. But yeah, that was fun, man. Nothing else really, bro. I mean, yeah, man, I'm on my Saturday right now. I'm just chilling, bro. Like I said, finished playing some Sea of Thieves. In a little while, I'm probably... Well, I got some errands I got to run now. I got to go to Home Depot and shit. I got to go, buy some litter for the cat. Because she be shitting left and right. But yeah, man, after that, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get back on my workout grind starting tonight because I know I got the academy coming up for my job. I got to go to an academy that's gonna be very physical. So that's probably gonna be like late May if I'm on the next academy. Hopefully I am. So I want to get in shape for that and start getting ready. But yeah, I'm gonna just be chilling, man. Just playing games, man. Whatever comes to mind, bro. Whatever I decide. That's the beauty of having Game Pass and Series X. Having my Switch with all of my freaking games that I have on that system, having my laptop with all the old school consoles and all the games, and later on. So later on is Raw. I'm gonna be on that since I'm back on the wrestling bandwagon. Yeah, man, life has been good, man. Life is good, man. The only thing that sucks right now is this new schedule change makes it difficult for me to really have time with my wife the way that we want to. We still have Sunday because, like I said, Sunday I get off at 8:30 in the morning. When I get home, she's still fucking snoring. So we'll have that entire day and evening. But then it's like I get off on that day. So then my actual weekend is Monday and Tuesday. Like right now it's my Saturday. She ain't home. She ain't gonna be home till like anywhere between 8 and 10 o'clock at night. And then she gets home from work and she just finished working. She's tired. You can't really have that same. We have to find moments now to spend that time together, man. Me and my wife and me and my daughter, my stepdaughter, man. So it's rough, man. That's like I told her, man. Like I tell anybody, man. Those are the sacrifices a man has to make sure that his family has the best life possible, man. Like we take that on the chin, man. Not saying women don't get out there and get on their grind and do their thing also, man. But the men are the ones that 9 times out of 10, taking on dangerous jobs, taking on jobs that are a lot longer work hours, and keep them away from the family longer than they like. So we have to deal with that emotionally, and we have to take that on the chin because that's what God's called us to do, man, as providers and as leaders, man. So it is what it is, man. It sucks, but it's providing a really, really, really comfortable and good life for my wife and my kids, man. So I mean, the benefits I have with this job are ridiculous, the best in the state. Health, dental, vision, all best, man. My stepdaughter just had to go and get a battery of tests ran on her for an infection she had in an abscess that she had on her face. Long story short, she had a wisdom tooth taken out over a year ago, and it looks like that dentist left a piece in there, which caused this infection. So we might sue that motherfucker. But anyway, like that caused a bunch of shit, and so she had to go and get a bunch of tests, X-ray, MRI, all this crap. We got the statement from that. It was like the total was $10,480 something dollars. And then it said you save, because of my benefits, you save $10,380 something dollars. You owe 100. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. So it's great, man. It's really been awesome the way God has come through for us, man. And just, man, like I'm telling you, a year ago I never would have thought, that I'd have this ability, like that we would have these blessings, man, like this, man. But that just goes to show, man, God looks at the long scheme of things, man. You don't even know where His plans are going, man. So you just trust Him and enjoy the ride, man. But yeah, man, I think that's all I wanted to say. um, yeah, man. I mean, and as far as like the video game news and all that, I've been keeping up here and there, but not really as in depth as I used to. Again, because of the job, and also I think age. I think at this point, I'm 40. I'm like, yo, I love the gaming industry, but sometimes, bro, it's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of rumors. It's a lot of speculation, and sometimes maybe it's with age. You just get tired of rumor, leak, speculation. What's this? Is this real? We gotta wait. We gotta hear. Just let it fucking happen. When it happens, it happens. I don't care. I don't care. Like like right now, it's like all I do know is that we are April 15th, so we are a little over 2 weeks away from Endless Ocean Luminous on the Switch. Dude, like yeah, that is the next one I'm looking forward to. That is day one. That is buying the actual physical game, because I want to be able. Do this right quick. I want to be able to put it side by side with these two, man, or just right in the middle since it's the new one, bro. Part one, part two, boom, part three. I can't wait, man. But aside from that, gaming wise, I'm keeping my eyes on the industry, but not really, stressing about finding out everything or hearing every story, and just seeing what they bring, man. The big three, seeing what Nintendo brings, seeing what Sony brings, what Xbox brings. For Nintendo, I know they just did a Princess Peach Showtime, which, like I said, looks like a really fun game. Am I, as a grown man, really gonna drop $60 on that? Not saying that if you do, there's anything wrong with you. I'm just saying, me personally, am I? Probably not. Super Mario RPG. I didn't care for the first one. No, I know, blasphemy. I didn't care. So this looks like a really nice remake of it, which is awesome for the millions and millions of fucking fans that game has. Hope they enjoy it. But for me, I'm just like, I know that right now Nintendo, especially for me, is like in that dormant state where they're just getting ready. They're just getting ready to drop the new system. So I'll wait. Xbox. Not gonna lie, as much as they are my favorite as far as console, not company, console, they need to come with. It's been a long time we've been waiting and hearing about these exclusives, and we're almost 4 years now into this console, and you've delivered very little of them. I'm gonna be honest, you've delivered some, and some that I love, but come on now, dude. Like, a typical console has a 7, maybe 8 year life cycle when it comes to Microsoft and Sony. You're already approaching the halfway mark, and you have where's Avowed? Where's State of Decay 3? Where's Perfect Dark? Where's Everwild? I think that shit got canceled. Like, where are all these games? So gotta step your game up, man. PlayStation. Again, like I said, they haven't done anything to capture my attention or gravitate me towards them to buy their console. But I know they have millions and millions of fans, so hopefully they're enjoying it. But I mean, the industry right now to me is kind of like PlayStation focusing on this potential or confirmed. I really don't even remember if it's confirmed now. PS5 Pro, that's where their attention is right now. Xbox, the new console that they're making, which means like the Xbox Series X just completely gets skipped because you guys are talking about a new console. We still got all these games that have yet to arrive on the modern console. that is currently the strongest, most powerful console on the planet. I'm just saying. Uh, you know, Game Pass is the only thing that right now Xbox is doing that I'm like still having fun with. And then Nintendo, like I said, they're getting ready to drop a new console, so we're just waiting. That's where I see everything, man. Which is why it's the perfect time for me to, read up what I got to read up and get to modding that Wii U and getting with my dog Jason and trying to get some of these other elusive consoles that I yet to get working on the laptop, get them working so that I can build up that library, man, and have everything on one platform on this laptop. So yeah, man. But that's it, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I just wanted to catch up with my subscribers, let you know where I've been at, what's been going on. Uh, I'm living good, man. Thankfully, and life is good, man. It's got its struggles, it's got its issues, man, but it's been really, really good, man. And I'm just thankful, bro. I hope you guys are doing good as well. Everybody out there, whatever your personal battles are, personal struggles, I hope you're relying on the Creator to get you through it, because He will. Straight up, man. I got so much evidence, so much evidence of that throughout my life, man. So I hope you guys are doing well, man. I love you guys. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. It's R to the double E, dash to the Z. You know who it be. Peace.